I think he really helped for him and Josh to really be playing a lot of minutes, probably around 20 minutes a game over in Italy. Both of them averaged double-figure reboundings. We really stressed that because obviously with Milton Book leaving, there are two leading rebounders, so we have to fill that in. I think point-wise, they'll be fine too, not scoring as much as those guys, but I don't think that's going to be their role right now in their careers. But they can score around the basket. He's up to around 245, almost 250 right now, so he's progressing well. He's getting more confidence. I think, I tell those guys after their freshman year, this is their biggest time to get improvement between their freshman and sophomore year, just because you're at the top of their learning curve right now. You're not going to hear anything different. From the coaches, maybe tweak a scouting report or how we're going to trap a ball screen or something like that, but everything else is not a learning. Like, City yesterday was learning just to drill for the first time. EB's doing the same thing. Those guys jump in and they know what to do, so they're gaining confidence that way also. So, we're looking for him. I told him, you should average double figures, this year. You should be averaging 10 a game. A couple free throws, working on his free throws, running the court because he's really athletic and sprint down the court. Follow up, he's long. He has a 7'4" reach, offensive rebound, putbacks. You add all that up, you should average 10 a game, with the minutes he's going to be playing. So, no, he's embracing that. He's embracing that. I always kind of tell him, impose your will. He's almost too nice of a guy. And so he has to impose his will a little bit more.
Is it a fair assessment to say that the inside game of Clemson is going to be its weakness this year? Is it fair to say that?
Coming back from two seniors that, have scored, close to 1,000 points each with Milt and all the rebounds. So, yeah, you could probably safe to say to that. But it's going to be different. They bring different things that Milton, Book did, differently. They're going to be, more willing to do, more screening and getting guys open and playing off of that instead of, demanding the ball and want the ball where, Book wanted. And obviously they're leading scorer. So it's just going to be a different type of situation. I think they really gained a lot of confidence over the summer and how we're going to play. And so far, two practices in, they've been doing a good job.
What are your expectations for them? What do you want to see as these guys grow? First of all, non-conference, and then as they get into conference play.
Yeah, I think just getting more confident in what they've been working on throughout the whole summer since the end of last year. I always say you got to go from individual workouts to practice, then to finally in games. And I think they had some of that success over in Italy. So right now, it's really exciting to see. Josh had a great Italy trip. He's no one kind of talks about him, but he's 6'8", 260, and he's not afraid to throw his weight around, and he's probably a little more physical than Landry right now. Low center of gravity. He's not as athletic as Landry, but he has a good skill set, really good passer out of the post, finding people. He had a couple assists on a 4-on-4 drill that I don't know how many guys in the ACC can do at that position, at the 5 position, kick out for threes. So it's just going to be kind of a mix of guys, but right now they're on course, and I think early in the season is just kind of getting their feet wet and see what they can do, and then gain that confidence non-conference and bring it to the ACC, and obviously that you step up and play there.
Josh know that Matt Miller when y'all were looking at him last week?
Yeah, I think he just had a good feel. How sometimes how guys know how to play, and he knows how to play, and he has to make up for maybe his lack of athleticism at this level with his skill and his smarts. And he's gaining confidence, making 17-footers. A really good clip in practice. So if he can do that for us, kind of inside out, 17 feet, not out to 3, and rebound the ball, that'd be really great. Going into the Italy trip, every practice before that, it was more, I had a chart and they had to get 10 rebounds per practice, or they had to run some sprints. So like halfway through, what am I, coach? I'm like at 6. So so that's the emphasis. So they're very goal oriented. So I'm going to be setting a lot of goals just for daily things. It's how many screens can you get open, or you can get a shot off a good screen, that kind of thing. How many rebounds you get, how many times you sprint the court and engage and get a foot in the lane to post up and get good post position, not posting up outside the lane. So those are things I think they're driven more with like daily goals. So I'm going to give those to them.
How did that trip to Italy help with those guys' growth? Not only the practice, but actually playing in the game and kind of just getting that experience they needed.
Well, you can just see it. Obviously sitting on the sidelines, you learn a lot of things, but you got to learn playing too. So I think they took that, the work they did in the summer and leading up to Italy. Excuse me. They didn't have to look over their shoulders. They had to play 20 minutes, basically half the game. Both of them started, and they're kind of subbing in. Now, with City, he's a formidable guy coming in, so it's going to be a good competition for that 5 spot. We played once in a while with 2 bigs, Landry at the 4 and City at the 5 some. With more screening action, it could work for some time if you have some size, if you want to go with a bigger lineup. But I think it's just gaining confidence. Josh in one of the last games had ran the court and they dumped him back and he dunked it. I mean, we thought we won the ACC championship. All the guys on the bench were so excited, and all our boosters was like, what's going on? So he's just feeling good about himself, and I think Landry is too, and is just kind of just going to start, hopefully have a good start to the season with some success with non-conference.
Despite their youth, you're starting to finally build up some numbers down there. Do those guys bang against each other in practice with no, real upperclassmen to say, hey, you're the kid? Does that help?
Oh, yeah, I think so, too. I think they kind of knew where their place was. There was an obvious difference with Book and Milt last year. Just knowledge, being seniors just physically, and they kind of learned it. And, that's what I was telling City after practice yesterday. You didn't see these guys last year because they kind of know what to do. That's what, City, was like, we're trying to learn a drill. I go, those guys are doing the same thing last year. They're just trying to figure things out. And, it's great to see their progression. And, their role is probably going to be, a little bit more different, different than, Book and Milt being the focal point. But I think they're okay with that, especially in their careers right now. And the great thing that is hard-working cats, and I love it. I love how hard they work. Individuals, just from day one, everyone's going hard. And every drill we do, they've been really working hard. So that's great.